We are going to be reviewing the end of day for October 24th. I'm going to try to crank out the 24th and the 25th now. It should be relatively short. There wasn't many opportunities. So starting off with USD CAD, daily swing is bullish, daily leg is also bullish. 4 hour, as you can tell, we have broken up. So now our 4 hour is also bullish. Let's go to the 15-minute, or actually, should probably rewind over to this. So starting off at our session, right, which is defined by this blue line right here, price came in to what we consider on the higher time frame. Let me correct this. Price came in to a strong level, very strong level. Took all liquidity out. Everything was swept through. We had a order flow shift to the upside. Color about right here. This was a trade that Matt, the head coach, or the only coach in our community, took. He got out because news was coming. I believe maybe he got out for like, I don't know why this thing's going. Huh. That's weird. That was weird. Yeah, the reason he got out was because news, right? So price is, gosh, trading view is acting weird. So 15-minute POI is here. Price came in, swept the last point of inducement. We had this marked as our extreme. I did not enter because I saw news was coming up, so I didn't really want to partake in it. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 0.3 buffer. News was this candle right here. He entered, I didn't. What was nice about this trade is that realistically, since you were at the 4 hour extreme, you could have held for here. And in fact, he was kicking himself for not. But you could have had a pretty good, return on your investment had you did it. I think he entered on this candle right here. So 3A entry, missed for me. I wasn't going to take it. We had news coming up at 8:30. Granted, it was durable goods on CAD, which, doesn't mean too much, but I mean, even there, nah, I wouldn't have taken it. But you could have held, right? So we'll leave that as a what we call in our community honorable mention. Past then, price came in, swept all liquidity over here. Is this a pullback? Not in my book, no. This does not classify as a pullback, and by the time it does quote unquote pullback, we're trading 1 minute structure and it's outside of our trading time frame. So moving on. EU. So EU is bearish on the daily swing, bearish on the daily leg as well. We had our daily ISB right here. Let's mark that down. Daily ISB. 4 hours also bearish. We've came up to a 4 hour POI. And session started right here. And we're basically retracing all session long, right? So depending on how you would have looked at structure, I mean, you kind of could have looked at it like this. You can make the argument for it. If you did, let's say you started looking for sells, sell there, and sell there. Buys would have been here. And that was it. So let's take a look. Let's mark this as an order flow shift just so no one gets confused. So first order flow shift to the downside. Price barely broke the low, came up, took out MID. We didn't get an order flow shift, the lower time frame order flow shift, and we didn't really tap into a refinement, so no trade there. Another break to the downside. I believe this was news, so no trade there. This was a news break, really a sweep on liquidity, right? As you guys can tell, sweep of all this right here. Price retraced back up, no entry candle, no trade. Had a break to the upside right in here. Price came down into nothing, so no trade. EU, pretty simple. Now for AU, daily swing is bullish, daily internal is bullish, 4 hour appears to be bearish, and it actually appears that we just got a daily ISB to the downside. Let's make sure this is visible on all time frames. So we sure did. So daily ISB to the downside, price retrace back up to the 50, probably continuing down lower. Let's see. So got a order flow shift to the downside here. And did price retrace to anything? You can make the argument that it retraced to this right here, but it's not, you know, part of our time frames, part of our trading hours, so nothing there. And I wouldn't call this a retracement and started looking for sells in here. This is too much, because personally, I can make a pretty darn good argument that like this is our entire leg right here. So no, we're not about to start making up structure. So no trade there. Next, GU. Just took some liberty in highlighting some higher time frame POIs where we may get a reaction from, and you know, maybe retrace upwards and break the next daily swing. So daily swing is bullish, daily internal is bearish, 4 hour is also bearish. We are breaking lower lows on the 4 hour. So this is our new 4 hour leg. And let's mark out our 4 hour bearish extreme. It's really a 1 hour candle. So our session started here. Some people looked for buys here. I didn't. This to me doesn't classify as a pullback. Let's mark out our structure. So sub break here, sub break here, sub break here, and then we'll mark this as an order flow shift right over here. So POIs, we're looking at the trade from. Could have looked there. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Structure is just a mess. And it's like, is this a pullback? This has got to be considered a pullback right here. Like our POI is the wick. It's like, when structure is this confusing, stay away. So first POI, price came in, took the last point of inducement, but we didn't get an entry momentum candle. Yeah, RR wasn't there either, so no trade. Price never came back to this POI, so no trade there. Price broke, news came in and also broke. Potentially you could have viewed this as an order flow shift, and then this would have been an order flow shift, and then that would have been an order flow shift. So by this point, by this break to the downside, we would have written off GU. Let's say hypothetically you didn't and you looked for buys. Where's your refinement here? There is none. So no trade. Well, that's about it for this video. This one's pretty short, simple, and easy. So with that being said, peace.